welcome to XPReport.
Hi.
Welcome, Ronnie, who's always here.
I am always here, I think. Well, let's not jump the gun. If this is your first time here, we are a podcast about game news, all game news, spanning digital and analog. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back.
If you haven't been here before, leave us a comment.
Yes.
I apologize in advance that I am a little bit sick, so I'm going to sound terrible. And that's just the life. I got really sick. We just had AvCon here locally. So I got really sick, then abused my body by doing a convention. And I've just not being able to recover since then.
So you've proven that you are not, in fact, a machine. You are human.
Well, at the convention, I did run 2 TTRPG games, run my booth with some help from friends, and do a bunch of saga stuff and a panel.
All right, maybe you just didn't prep properly then.
Didn't prep properly.
Well, I'm sorry you're feeling that way. Hopefully you're on the back end of it.
Yeah, it's I don't have any of the head coldness now. It's just this lingering cough that's just come on, you went too hard.
Right. Yeah, it's amplified it just a little bit.
Anyway, this week, my bad news aside, all gaming news is bad. Just everything is bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. So, stop killing games. It's some movement in EU and UK. It's got lots of signatures. The point of it is, the way that it's written is the way that it's written, but the way that it would go to legislature would not be exactly that, because for them to actually pass a bill on it, it would go through lawyers and stuff and would get tightened up and actually be a legal thing rather than just a what do you call it? A petition. That's right. It's essentially something that is going to be good for gamers. It's going to stop large corporations from making games that they just cut, and the $150, the $300, the $500 you spend on some of these things doesn't go to waste.
Just going into nothingness. Yeah,
into nothingness. So the point is that essentially devs just have to have an end of life plan. They don't have to have something built right away, but they have to if you are selling something that you are also, if you decide to take this offline, there is some sort of plan that people can play this offline or host their own things or whatever it is. There is a plan of some form or variety to do that. I think that is very reasonable. The way that I've developed my multiplayer games and stuff has always been yes, there may be servers that host stuff, but people can always connect to other people if they want through IP and opening ports the old way. I just don't see that stuff's so easy to put in. I don't see a reason why you can't. For ranked games and stuff like that, I'd say it's Dota or League or something, just take out the ranked games, put the game up where people who can
they can
connect to each other. Why the fuck does it matter?
Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be a super reasonable option. And that way people can actually have some kind of satisfaction from the loss of the game, which is going to suck anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just the people that are diehard fans can play it with their friends or whatever it is. This will be really good for single player games that are connected to servers for no reason.
Yeah.
That's really dumb to me. The internet has gotten into a bit of controversy over this because Pirate Software, the famous guy whose dad works at Blizzard, he came out against it, saying, "Blah blah blah. This is really dumb. How can anyone want this? It's going to stop options for these big devs." And I sort of
seem like it would.
I get his point from if you didn't read it at all and didn't look into it, which I don't think he did. I think he saw it as a thing of oh, this would be terrible. I think he may have thought well, if devs are forced to do this, they're going to stop making the games that you like playing because like there's extra red tape. But I don't think he read into it. And then when people called him out on that, he dug his heels down more because there's zero chance that he could be wrong ever. He went and saw some internet psychiatrist person, did a chat on live chat with them and told them why they were wrong for diagnosing him the way that he is.
I saw clips of that. It's crazy.
Then the next thing was someone asked him about it in one of his streams, and he's just like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I hope like this thing gets passed and it doesn't give you anything you want. As in, like, he thinks that he is so smart that he has worked this out and everyone else doesn't understand this, and he's hoping that it they get it like verbatim the way that it's written in the petition, and it's not actually going to help them get the games they want, which is not how it would run out anyway, because that's just not how legislation works.
I after looking at it more, because I actually first heard about the Stop Killing Games initiative through a clip of Pirate Software streams, and then I went and looked at it, and I don't see why this would be a horrible thing. I definitely don't see how it will change development plans for games moving forward. Again, like you said, it doesn't have to be something that's readily available right at the start. It just has to be a plan for end of life. Like, that's not unreasonable. Let people own at least a piece of what they've paid for, when it's gone.
And I think that's really fair. My little victory in this is some of the people in my circles I've talked to. I've told them for like the last year and a half, I'm like, this guy just seems so up himself. And to be right and just have the internet finally see it made me feel very good.
It's I've never really watched much of his streams, but I like the little things that he does, like the charity stuff, the paying of the mods, and all kinds of stuff like that. But then I see clips, and it's like such a clashing thing for me. Like, I like this, but I hate this. So it's I've never really watched much, but I just from what I've seen, it's tough to side on it. Well, side on him, on his side. Sorry.
Just a very narcissistic person. We'll move on though. The internet will, if you've been on the internet, you'll see much more of that. Antitrust against Valve. So Wolfire and Dark Hats, antitrust lawsuit against Valve. This is two devs that got really upset and butthurt that they couldn't sell their games using Steam's free keys for the price they wanted on other storefronts. So let's say you get some Steam keys. You get them for free. As a dev, like me, as a dev making the Sacred Icon, I can just say, hey, Steam, can you give me 10,000 copies of my game, like keys, that people can go to Steam and install, and I can get them for free. I do not have to pay. I can then sell those keys on Humble Bundle or my own website or whatever, itch.io, whatever it is. Steam has a restriction on those that if you are going to sell those keys, that you sell them at the same price they are on the Steam storefront.
Okay.
And it's called their price parity policy. I think that is the most fair thing that it is so fair. Because if you sell that key for, let's say I'm selling my game for $50, on Steam, I sell it $50 minus 30%. I think what these devs wanted to do is save their customers that 30%. So they might sell for 35 on theirs. They make 35 on both sales, but their customers get cheaper on the other thing. Someone might have to correct me on that if that's not what they wanted to do. But anyway, they were upset that they had to sell it. So they've done this big antitrust lawsuit. Looking into the court documents is really funny because they're like, Valve has a monopoly. Origin couldn't succeed because of Steam's foothold on the industry. And the way I look at that, I'm like, yeah, because Origin was shit and sold only EA games. Like,
I was going to say,
why would I use that?
Yeah. Is it because Steam has a monopoly, or is it because Steam is clearly better and not selling just Team Fortress 2 and Half-Life
Yeah.
and Counter-Strike and Dota, you know? No.
So like
it's an encompassing thing.
Watched a stream ages ago. They tried to do this in 2021. But Viking Blonde, friend of the podcast, had a good thing about it. Is like, if this goes through, what Valve is going to be forced to do is like, okay, we won't do the price parity. You will also no longer get free keys from us, and every single dev is going to have to pay for keys off the thing. Like, it is going to ruin it for so many smaller devs. And
that's such a big flip flop of what's happening right now. They're not going in thinking about that at all. They're
thinking about themselves and their one little thing. I've seen many takes of this of being like, this could be really bad. Like, and Valve may still just be like, nah, we'll just keep doing the good thing. But it would be well within their rights to be like, well, if you want to be a dick about it, we'll also be a dick about it.
You know, if I was Valve, I'd be like, we'll make a special exception for you guys. And you can have this new rule where you have to pay for every key while everybody else can stay the same.
Yeah, so... Because that is what consoles do. So for Switch, you get something like 200-300 keys for free, they will give you. And then everything after that, if you want to give it to reviewers, sell it on your website, whatever, you pay for that key, the percentage they would get. So if you sell a $50 game and they make $15, you pay $15 for that key. Every single key. So they're still getting their cut on the keys. Same with Xbox. Same.
I mean, and that's also understandable. You know, they don't want you just cutting them out of the picture.
Yes, that's the point. Like, all these other platforms do it that way, and Steam is like so good about this. Like, for indie devs specifically, even for big devs, like, is such a good thing that, like, why would you fight this?
Yeah,
I can't see where. I don't think they're looking at the bigger picture here.
There are other battles to be fought. This isn't one of them.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on that outside of that? Like, my frustrations aside, I really hope they lose. They've already lost it once. They've changed it slightly to bring it back up again. So I'm hoping they lose again.
Yeah, thoughts on it from a consumer standpoint, from a dev standpoint? Kieran here is a dev. He gets to, understand it from a
I'll take my
perspective.
dev standpoint. I don't think this affects consumers much. It probably does. Like, if this goes in effect and Valve's like, no more keys, you will see Humble Bundle gone.
Yeah.
Humble Bundle relies on Steam keys.
Yeah, I mean, I've been using Humble Bundle since 2017, and yeah, that would be a huge hit. They've already gone through restructuring and stuff recently, so this will be probably the last straw. That sucks. I hope it doesn't go through. I hope this just kind of gets swept under the rug and they give up.
It'd be the best. Yeah.
Next, we got a pretty big encompassing piece of news, which is Microsoft laying off as many as 9,000 employees, which led to a bunch of game cancellations as well, including, but probably not limited to, Rare's game Everwild, the Perfect Dark reboot, the new MMO from ZeniMax Studios, which is the developer from Elder Scrolls Online. Nearly 50% of Turn 10 Studios facing layoffs too, which are the developers of the Forza Horizon games. Romero Games, which is from John Romero, co-creator of Doom, they had to lay off their entire staff because their entire Xbox funding was pulled from them. Yep. This is huge. Again, bad news this week, unfortunately, you guys. Among other things coming as well in the talking points. We also have, outside of the Microsoft stuff, do you want to hit on any of that?
Yes, I will hit on all of it. One, Microsoft sucks. First of all,
fair. When
everyone told me, like, oh, this Game Pass thing is great, like, it's going to be the next big thing, this is where I knew it was going to lead. Like, you cannot just be giving away all your games for $15 a month that used to cost like $80 a copy. Like, where is that money going?
Mm-hmm.
They are clearly cutting every single cost that they can. It's just
And
it's just not working. The other
they're going to
thing
do
is
this and double down on Game Pass too and keep it, which is going to
oh
be really
yeah,
tough. It's not
because
going to be
they're buying
sustainable.
studios for IP so they can put everything on it, canceling those studios so they can't make anything more, and it's just there's all this amazing talent and IP going into this black hole of Microsoft,
Lots
which
of
really sucks.
potential being, just being sucked up and taken away.
So Rare's creative director, I think, they fired a bunch of people and cancelled Everwild. He quit voluntarily. He's been there since he was 18 years old. He's worked there for like 30 years or something. He's just
Oh,
like, this is done. Another woman, I can't remember what her position was, but she'd been there for 20 years and also quit. So Everwild is cancelled, but I think this is like catastrophic for Rare and affects Sea of Thieves. I think it affects so much more of them because like they have just lost effectively like 50 years of experience. They've lost, I guess, like they've probably lost heaps of morale in the studio as well. Like,
yeah, they saw the writing on the wall. I mean, they're probably smart for doing it. They're on to the next
yeah,
thing,
exactly.
taking their experience and their long time commitment to Rare, and they're probably going to go join a different studio.
Turn 10 believe that they have laid off the Forza side, not the Horizon side, from what I have
Okay.
read.
Okay.
So they're going to be focusing on non-serious or non-simulation based car games. It's going to be Horizon going forward. I don't even know if they're making a new Horizon game. That might just be supporting the ones that are already out there.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's
And for
tough.
the
It's tough days for people right now if they're under the umbrella of Microsoft.
it's not good.
And it's not
It's
just
still
Microsoft.
it still amazes me they were allowed to buy ZeniMax and Activision Blizzard, and like they have completely monopolized this and taken advantage and fired everyone. And it's just these studios would be in such better position if they weren't owned by Microsoft.
Yeah, where are the terms and conditions for that, to prevent things like this from happening?
I think there actually was for Activision Blizzard, which is why you're not seeing a lot of stuff in here about them.
Well, that would make
Because
total
they
sense.
actually had to go, I think it was like the SEC or whatever the consumer watchdog is over there. They're like, all right, you can buy this, but like it has to, like you have to be doing a service to it. You can't
Mm-hmm.
rip it apart. You can't do this other stuff.
Yeah, it's
I
almost like
think,
you just take ownership and they still run as normal.
yeah, kinda. So
Everybody needs that kind
unfortunately,
of protection. Unfortunately, it's because Activision Blizzard is so big.
I thought ZeniMax might be that big as well. Like they're huge.
Yeah. And
So
I mean, just Elder Scrolls Online specifically has been around for 11 years. Like it's still going strong. They just released a whole new edition.
the other one thing I'll add, which is less gaming related, but Microsoft is pouring so much money into AI right now, generation stuff. So they're probably trying to take money out of their gaming franchise to pour it into just crap, and that's what
I mean, I
shareholders want.
understand. Yeah, I understand. Like trying to stay ahead of the curve with new shiny things like AI, but the gaming industry has boomed so much over the last several years and overtaken so many other industries. I don't know why they would be pulling from this, but I'm not the guy in charge. So
Short sightedness. It's that shareholders, the people that give them money, do not know or care about video games. Like they're like, why would you play a video game when you can sail on your yacht around the Pacific?
and just look at all the money you can't take with you.
Yeah. So like, it's just a different caliber of people making decisions for everyone
Yeah,
else.
yeah. I mean, that's I grew up with that, and I'm sure you grew up with that a lot People not understanding, thinking games are nothing. A waste of time.
I, on a side note, get that a lot. Like me and Caitlin as parents, we go to the school with our kid Archer, and the other parents they're like, "Oh yeah, my kid wants a Switch." And I was like, "All right, yeah, that's fine, cool. Here's the thing: don't let them play this." And we've explained to some parents that YouTube Kids is much worse for them than getting them a Switch.
Yeah, they just don't understand. It's a clear misunderstanding of technology there. YouTube is scary. I mean, the internet in general is scary if unrestricted.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move along. Techland.
Yes.
Dying Light. Cancelled 2 upcoming games. I'm not super shocked by this. They've done really well with the Dying Light series, but I don't think it's been as huge as the first one was. Dying Light was a really, really, really big hit. And I think Dying Light 2 even was. But a lot of their side projects and other things just weren't I don't think they were as lucrative in the bringing them in thousands upon thousands of funding.
Even Dead Island, Dead Island was the first, if I'm not mistaken, before Dying Light, and then Dead Island 2 came out, and I kind of just forgot it even existed. I don't know what other stuff that they've really worked on, but it does seem like Dying Light was their bread and butter. And
I really liked
I never got to try Dying Light 2. I liked Dying Light 1 a lot.
Yeah, I think Dying Light 2 is more of the same. If you're really into Dying Light 1, you'll like Dying Light 2. Same but better, more polished. Newer tech.
Yeah. That's
what you would expect. It's like a Halo 1 to Halo 2 type of situation.
That's what I like. Don't change too much, but give us new shiny.
Helldivers 2 announced for Xbox. Xbox do not deserve this goodwill that they're getting, but
it's funny. I forgot to put something else in the doc here. Helldivers 2 got announced for Xbox. Meanwhile, Gears of War Reloaded.
Something.
Yeah, which was an Xbox exclusive, was announced for PlayStation. It's coming out for PlayStation. It's a weird little flip flop there. But yeah, Helldivers 2, Xbox definitely doesn't deserve it.
They don't. But from a Helldivers 2 perspective, Sony doesn't deserve it either. So, because Sony effed this up, they killed the game's momentum by blocking out heaps of people, requiring the PlayStation sign-in, and the game was being sold on Steam. You could buy it, you could play it. And suddenly you had to register a PSN account on the web to play it on a computer. Now, there's 170 countries that you cannot register an account on the web. You have to have a PlayStation console in that country to register a PlayStation account. So that locked so many people out from their having this game. Steam allowed if you're in this country, you can just refund it. It doesn't matter if you played 50 hours, if you played 800 hours, you've been blocked out of this game, so you can refund it.
And then Sony doubled down, right? And then they were like, yeah, sure, you can play it, and then just blocked the sales, right? Or no.
They blocked the sales in those countries. They eventually unblocked it, and they eventually took off the PSN restriction on Helldivers 2 and a few of their other games, and then only recently have allowed those countries to buy the game again on Steam.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when they lifted the restriction for the PSN account, but then they took the game away from all the countries, right? To where you couldn't.
Well, it was already taken away. They just lifted the restriction, but that didn't help anyone.
Okay. And they've already done so much damage, and unfortunately, the devs are just sitting there why us?
Yeah. So
and the game had such momentum. And it still does. It's still, great.
It's still a really good game. I think it would be so big if that didn't happen, because they effectively cut off half their user base. And
it's so sad and unfair.
It's such a weird thing to do just to get people to sign up to a PlayStation account.
Right. And for a game that wasn't a mega AAA game, right? The game had AAA, quality, but I don't think the studio was a AAA studio, right?
No, I don't think so. Double A, big double A, I think.
Yeah, so to do this to them specifically, I think it was because of the traction that it had. They were like, okay, we're going to leverage this.
That's exactly like some executive who did not understand what he was doing said that this had to happen.
I just want them in. I just want to talk to them. That's all, man to man.
But I imagine they're trying to bring Helldivers 2 to more players because they.
Yeah.
I think someone at Sony has realized we actually need to actually get more people on this shit. So yes, you can release it on Xbox.
The question is it going to be on Game Pass?
I doubt it.
I personally don't have
hugely
Game
doubt
Pass.
it.
I had never bought it, so
I tell people to get rid of it. There's so many people that are like, oh, I can't. It's such a good deal. Like I couldn't afford to play these games.
well, that's the
if I
boat
didn't
I
have
would
Game
be in
Pass.
too. It's like,
And I do get that, but that is why all these studios are getting shut down.
right. I would be that guy saying like, I'm a broke boy, and this is the only way I'd be able to play these games. But the little angel on my shoulder would be like, you're killing it. You need to stop.
Yes, it is. It is a toxic sinkhole, and that is what we have to live in.
That's where we live. Mm-hmm.
EA shutting down Anthem servers in January 2026. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought they'd been shut down 4 years ago.
I was
when the
gonna
game
say the
came
same
out.
thing. Yep. I played the beta of Anthem. I was like, oh my gosh, this game's gonna be huge. And then I heard that it was a huge launch flop. And I thought that was it. I thought the game was done. I heard that they had shut it down and all that. Apparently, people have still been able to play it.
I need to watch like a YouTube breakdown of that.
Yeah,
I want to understand what you could even do in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. It was flashy. It was pretty. I liked being able to fly wherever I wanted to go, even though it wasn't as open when I played it as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like you're flying throughout the whole world. It was like launch into a mission and fly around, which meh.
Yeah, because they kind of just undersold it, right? Well, like oversold it. They're like, it can do all this, but and it wasn't what they were showing off.
Yep,
It kind of feels like Dune
a lot
to
of
me.
games. Ooh, oh, we don't talk about Dune anymore. Every day was Dune's Day until recently.
Donkey Kong Bonanza dev officially revealed to be the same as the Super Mario Odyssey. I can see it. It's like it's so coded with that bounciness that those Super Mario games had.
We had speculated this, either an episode or two back, that the open worldness, the way that it played in the demo that they were showing before the Switch 2 came out, it definitely was pretty clear.
Yeah.
They have not announced the director though, the creative director. Apparently that's, I don't know, a mystery. Who knows? But I thought you'd be interested in that.
I'm so keen to play those games. EA Sports and 2K both announced their return to basketball games. This is music to my ears. I don't think it's going to be better for me. I'm a really big basketball fan, and I have been so strung out from the 2K's version of it, because you can't just play the game. You have to. I want to play the game by myself. I want to make some teams. I want to make some players. I want to play it, but you have to buy into their cryptocurrency junk in the game that costs real money for me to play and level up my single player basketball character. And it just drives me up, because it's a $90-$100 game already, or whatever it is.
And you just roped in.
I would pay for that, because I would get I remember me and my brother playing 2K, EA Sports, something basketball, whatever it was, back on the GameCube, and we put hours into it. And I would continue to put hours into these games until it got to a point where I'm like, well, I can't play the game. You're actively making it so I can't play the game.
Right.
So I'm hoping the competition between both makes them better.
I didn't know you were into basketball games.
I have played basketball my whole life. I'm getting Archer into basketball now.
Okay.
I've
always played street ball.
I'm currently watching a lot of WNBA. Mostly because Caitlin Clark is amazing.
I was going to say Caitlin, yep. She is.
Watching Angel Reese be butthurt about things gives me
It's
inner
doing
peace.
something for you.
I think.
It's making you happy.
Mate, and I just love seeing people who are so hot shit about themselves be humbled so fucking hard. Just makes me feel good, and there's balance in the world.
My entire FYP on TikTok for probably 2 weeks, this was about a month ago, was just Angel Reese whiffs. Just all kinds of air balls. It's just,
I love
this
those
guy
guys.
yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Butterball!
Yep. So good. But yeah, Caitlin's
I don't know
great.
if you've seen the
She's
recent
good.
ones for it, but there's a channel, there's a account on TikTok that records me bounds. It's shots that you shoot that you rebound, and they've just got a
my
stat, and
God.
she's leading it. It's
Well, yeah. I mean, there was one point where she put up, she kept throwing it into the rim 7 or 8 times. Like, what are you doing? She's padding her stats.
This is a gaming podcast, not a sports
Sorry, y'all.
podcast.
Yes.
But
Sometimes we get sidetracked. This is what it's all about.
Yep.
All right.
OG Nintendo Switch receiving price increase in Canada. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised by this. Shit's is costing more to make. All the stuff with America has just completely ravaged the the shipping and ports and all that stuff just for everywhere, especially
Yeah, not just gaming, just everything all around.
in North America. So I am not shocked by this. I think it's something that they sort of they're going to have to do around that area specifically. So I
but
hope
it doesn't look like we're doing
that
any
subsides.
better recently.
No,
I think we're making it worse.
a lot of the tariffs have been brought down, but the fact that it happened at all has got everyone like, well, we don't want to put prices back down
Exactly.
or do things in case they change again. Everyone just doesn't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That there's being as cautious as possible.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Feels bad, and yeah, I wouldn't doubt it if people just kept their price increases the way they are, just to save from potentially being screwed over again.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take the next two because I have no idea about them.
Yeah, we got a couple other things here before we get into the releases. These are game release related. Destiny Rising, which is a mobile Destiny game, is set to release on August 28th. From the previews, it looks like what you would think. Destiny on your phone, Destiny on your tablet. I haven't seen much about it, just like a little gameplay teaser. Who knows? Check it out yourself. Tell me what you think. And then we also have another mobile game, Resident Evil Survival Unit, which is an RTS Resident Evil game. That got announced as well. I'm interested to see how they do that.
I don't want an RTS Resident Evil. I would love a Tactics XCOM style Resident Evil.
Ooh, that would be kind of sick.
That to me, having your squad of Umbrella sec guard things that would be cool. But alas, that's not what we're getting, so fuck my dreams, I guess.
Yep, see ya.
All right, well, that's the end of the news. So thank you for coming along so far. If you like what you're hearing or don't, or you want to leave us a comment and tell us how our takes on these things are just horribly wrong, you can review us on Spotify, on Apple, on Stitcher, on Pocket Cast. iHeartRadio, I don't think I put us on yet, but I was meaning to a few weeks ago. We're going to be on YouTube soon, I promise. I know I keep saying it. Or wherever.
Listen, Kieran's a busy guy. You got to give him a break, and I'm not helping him much. I put a couple things into this document every week, and then I come show up. Yeah, if you guys like what's going on, please leave a review, leave a comment. If you like that we veer off into non-gaming related stuff, let us know. If you want us to stop doing that, please tell us to shut up. Anything. We appreciate it.
I'll still talk about basketball.
All right, on to some releases. We don't have a lot for you guys this week, which is all right because we got a couple topics to talk about afterwards. First thing that came out is Mecha Break. It is a free game that is now available on... I don't know if it's available on anything other than Steam. I think it's on console. I'm not completely sure, but it's a multiplayer third-person shooter game with multiple game modes, and it's really fun. If you like Gundam style looks and gameplay, check it out. It's free to play.
I know people that are super into it. It's not for me.
I've gone away from the big mech tank type. I don't know. It feels like the gameplay feels too slow for me, as opposed to like feet on the ground, running around, acting a fool. So I haven't checked it out yet. I might install it and play it for an hour. Who knows? That's generally what I do with other games. So maybe we'll see. But that's out now, so check it out. Next, we have you want to do this one?
No, you don't.
We got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. The remaster's coming out on July 11th, which by the time you hear this, it'll probably be out. Yeah, it's got the same treatment as 1 and 2. I never played 3 or 4, I don't think. Maybe 3, but definitely not 4.
I did.
It would
3.
definitely scratch the nostalgia. Yeah. Check it out. It's available, like I said, by the time you listen to this, it'll be out already. So go check it out. And then there is Mycopunk. I think that's how you say it. Like mycelium? It's a co-op mission-based shooter where you and up to 3 other friends go in on this fungus-infested planet in these different areas, complete different missions, and you destroy all the fungal enemies around. It looks really fun. It gives, vibes of like, oh my gosh, what's that Dwarven game where you go down and mine and stuff?
The Moria one?
What? Oh my gosh.
Mines of Moria?
No.
No?
No, you're dwarves, but I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. I literally just played the Survive version of it.
Deep Rock Galactic.
Yes, it gives Deep Rock. I'm so sorry. It gives me Deep Rock vibes.
Don't know what you do with that
resources. I couldn't do it. Yeah, check that out. It'll be also out tomorrow as of the time of recording this, so July 10th. Yeah.
We are also sorry that we are a day late.
We are a day late, and we try so hard not to be, but on top of me oversleeping for our recording yesterday and Kieran not feeling well, even though he would have done it anyway. I'm just trying to not be the only one making the mistakes here.
Yeah, it's all good. So Patapon 1 and 2 replay, a rhythm game for it's coming on Switch as well, isn't it? So it's on coming to Steam.
Yeah. It's going to be on consoles too. Yep.
This is your jam.
Patapon, even though I've never played them. I've never even actually seen the gameplay up until just the other day.
I think you should play it. Like it's like super your vibe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm huge into rhythm games. If you guys don't know, that was basically my bread and butter on TikTok when I was trying to make it. It does really well, but it also
aren't we all trying to make it some way or another?
I'm just trying to get to the next day every single day.
Islanders New Shore. So I played the first Islanders. This is like a puzzle city builder. You have to build things that sort of unlock currency and points like next to each other. You sort of got to get the best yield out of what you do to complete levels and stuff. It's really fun. Like I think it's one of those games that like it's not stressful. It's more just it's sort of relaxing and rewarding. And because like it's level based, you're not too attached to making the perfect city every time. It's I like it. It's really good.
Okay. Yeah, I never played Islanders. I looked at the preview of New Shores. It looks fun. I do like city builders. I haven't played many lately, but it looks like it would offer a.
I feel like if you're going to play one, it should be Frostpunk.
I did like Frostpunk, and I only played that for one stream that I did, and it was actually
feel like an hour.
I don't know how long I played. Hold on, let's see. It had to be quite a short amount of time, 52 minutes to be exact.
I know. I remember
2 missions. I think the game. Speaking of Frostpunk, I know this isn't a new release, but beautiful aesthetic, wonderful music. Holy moly! Now you got me wanting to go back and play it. Yeah, if I play a city builder, that'll be the one actually.
After Tarkov, play on stream.
I might have to. Yeah, Tarkov. Yeah, speaking of guys, Tarkov hardcore wipe today. I'm going in on that because I've been craving shooters and I haven't been playing shooters lately. So we'll see how quickly I hate myself.
join me for some Hunt sometime. You want to take the next one?
I liked Hunt. Yeah. Missile Command Delta, which is an Atari reboot, is out right now. It is a tactical turn-based, it's an army type game where you basically have to survive incoming missiles in a high pressure situation. But it's, like I said, it's a reboot of an Atari game.
It's a game of 5 battleships.
Yes, exactly. It looks like a rebooted Atari game. For those, I think this is going to be a big nostalgia game for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It looks cute in aesthetic. And yeah, it's basically flat battleships, right, on a screen, and you're just trying to survive waves of missiles coming at you. Interesting. Check it out. And the last game on the list, which is one that was this covered during the III initiative? I don't know. I feel like it
something
was.
That looked like it may have been, or it was this. We looked at so many games that week, I could not tell you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's called Everdeep Aurora. Basically, the gist of it is you're in an ongoing apocalyptic meteor shower, and it's forced the entire population to settle underground. And you, as a feline child, basically you go under the surface and you solve. I'm assuming you solve puzzles it's a tile-based game, and you have to discover the Everdeep, which isn't part of the name. They said the name.
Oh my God! They said the thing.
They did it. So you have to discover what's going on underground, and basically, it's not a long game from what I've read, but there are a lot of endings.
Okay with that these days.
Yeah, I mean,
give me a 4-hour game, 5-hour game, really good story that I could finish in a night after work. Like that's my dream. I put way too much time into Dune.
Wait, yeah, let's see Dune, and then before that, Clair Obscur. I put over 100 hours into that. Like, there's not enough time in the day for all these games that are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it for the releases for us this week as well. Now we're gonna be on talking to some spicy topics.
They're not spicy like TikTok spicy. Like, we will be keeping our clothes on, but you will get to hear our opinions, our naked opinions.
Yes, the opinions are very nude.
And we really love feedback on the stuff that we talk about in our topics. Like, we're going to cover something, and you're going to join the conversation. Please comment.
Yeah, these really these kind of depend on what you all think.
It does. So, speaking of, mine is should people in general give bad reviews for a game they've spent hundreds, thousands, mega thousands hours on? My hot take: a lot of people say "Oh, look at this stupid person. They play they said bad game, but the game's they put 15,000 hours into it." I think it's okay. I think this tells devs. It usually happens when they make a really shitty decision, because sure, if the game was the exact same that it was day one, and then they played 2,000 hours, and then they gave a bad review, that's dumb. But when you are playing so many of these games, where you buy it, the game that you bought and the game that you're playing a year later, that is the same title, will be completely different games. And if they change it enough to where you think it's gone downhill, it's not good, it's a bad game now, whatever it is, I think that is valuable feedback.
So specifically on Steam, are you able to change from a thumbs up to a thumbs down at any point?
I believe you can.
Okay. So I don't think
anyone does, but I think it's possible.
Yeah. Well, I think given that scenario that you had just stated, if you talk about that, if you at 1,000 hours they made this monumental change to the game that completely made it worse than it was before, in your opinion, being able to state when it came out, it was peak gaming. Now with this, and this coming out, it's literally unplayable to me anymore. That I think is reasonable. But I think, like you said, the gameplay not changing in general, and then someone playing 2,000 hours of it and saying, "Oh, this game is shit." They literally got pennies per hour of entertainment.
Yeah. I don't think that's like usually the case. Usually the case, like, because you don't play 2,000 hours and then randomly give a bad review. Something has happened that has angered you enough. Like people aren't going out of their way to write reviews. Like that's just not like, oh, you know what? It's 3:00. I better write my reviews down. Like that's not happening. What's happening is like they've released an update. Like, all right, your favorite weapon is gone. Everyone can cheat now. We just don't give a shit about the game. Whatever. That's the devil. That's when people are like, well, this has fucking pissed me off, and I'm gonna actually open the fucking review part of Steam, which I've never opened before.
Yeah, I barely do myself. I'm really bad at actually leaving reviews, even for games I absolutely love.
I try.
Well, that does lean into what you're talking about, though. Like people opening up the review tab to leave a bad review. There's got to be some reason behind it.
Yeah, like unless it's review bombing, like people reviewing a game because the studio did something bad on another game or something, that's not helpful.
Oh yeah, which recently just happened to Ready or Not, if you know that game.
I do. My brother has like 100% of it, and I've done most of it. Really fun to play with like a few small group of friends.
Yeah, they just got review bombed. This is off topic, but for adding some censorships to the game to make them meet the console regulations for their release coming. Now everybody's taking it.
They can just not do that on PC.
You know, I think that's what they'll end up doing because they did get hit pretty hard.
If you already got it on PC, like why change it? I do agree with people getting upset about it. Like, especially if you bought a game, like wow, this is like a gory, realistic SWAT shooter, and like actually guys are taking out all the gore. Like that's something to be upset about.
Yeah,
I don't know the full details, but yeah.
I mean, that's basically the gist of it. They were censoring things that were really potentially offensive to people, and that was to, again, meet the regulations of the ESRB on consoles. So
it's always the consoles.
It's always the consoles. All right. Well, is that all you got for that?
That's it for mine.
It's pretty straightforward.
Oh, yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. Do you guys think that people should give bad reviews on games they spent hundreds or thousands of hours in? How do you feel? My topic, it's pretty simple too. It's just I'm kind of curious as to what everybody thinks. And this is coming from me being a live streamer myself. Is live streaming video games already dying out pretty fast? I'm seeing huge spikes in like IRL streams and vlogs taking over the categories of say Twitch and Kick and even YouTube in a lot of cases. And not seeing a lot of video game feeds anymore. My For Yous and my algorithms have been switching, and I don't even consume that stuff over to non-gaming related stuff. And I wonder if that's because the video game side of content creation is becoming less and less popular.
I think video games was a convenient way to get people doing something while they were chatting. I think there's two types of game streams. There is your IRL game streams, which is like, hey, I'm going to chat about like my life, blah blah blah. My kid did this. College sucked. Whatever it is. Also, I'm playing this game. And then there's the I am hardcore. I only play this game. You're going to watch me do ranked. My personal entertainment value is going to be shit, but it's going to be a lot like watching a professional athlete. Like they're very good at this game, and that you're watching. Like you only watch Apex Legends streams, and this guy is really good at it. And that I think they're sort of the two categories people fall into. For me, like I would watch you if you never played games on your stream. I would still watch because half the time I'm not watching the game. I'm just listening to you yammer on about stuff.
See, my fear is that I would stop being able to do that if I wasn't playing games. Just
That's the
sitting
thing.
there.
That's what I was saying. That the game enables this. It's sort of that
Mhm.
like ADHD trick
Yeah.
sort of thing, and that's what the games have been able to do. I think a lot of people have realized like, oh, I don't need the game, like, because what happens is if you get enough of an audience, you can slowly switch to like, well, I don't need the game anymore. I'm just constantly talking to a group of people.
Well, and I think that's where I am in a weird way with my journey as a creator. Is there isn't enough chat happening for that to be the only thing that's happening. So I'm supplementing having good conversations with the gameplay. And that's not something I'm even interested in, to be honest. Just sitting here and talking. I'm very driven off of stimulation, through activity. So, if I were to be that guy, you'd probably see me falling asleep in my chair while trying to read comments. And I like the gaming side of it very, very much so. And
Yeah.
I think that also with your point of either there's the people that are chatting about their day and what things that are going on, or the super heavy hardcore gamer that everybody wants to watch because they're so good at it. I feel like I fall pretty heavily in the middle of that. I'm not
That's
hardcore.
the hardest spot to be.
And that's where I'm failing pretty miserably. I'm not into just one single game. I play a bunch of different stuff, and I don't make my name for myself in a community where the gamer side of the community. But I also like to be very attentive to the stream, which also impacts gameplay too. So, but yeah, I'm curious to think of hear what everybody else thinks as well.
So I watch Author. Funnily enough, she plays games on stream. She usually makes whatever she's playing is sort of not about what's in her books, but like she plays war games and fantasy games, and she writes fantasy novels with like sort of Game of Thrones-esque backstabbing, betrayal, that kind of political intrigue and stuff.
Okay.
But when she's like streaming, she's talking like people are asking her like, "Oh, like when's the next book's coming out? When like how are you doing on these things?" And she'll talk about book publishing. She'll talk about all this other stuff, and like sometimes you forget the game's there.
Well, I think that speaks pretty highly of her too, then, because they're there for that, and not.
I absolutely agree. Because she streams once a week at most. I've seen sometimes she gets like 2 or 3 streams in a week. I think that's just a non-busy week for her.
Okay.
But this is that thing that like I've sort of talked with you is like I see a lot of people get up to this 150, 200 average viewers because as soon as that like she goes live, people are like running to like chat with her about stuff because she doesn't have a regular schedule. She's just doing it when she has the time.
Right. She's not.
And same with Noble.
Always
like,
there.
He streamed the other day, so I haven't streamed in like 3 weeks. Like I should do this more often. Like everyone is here for the stream.
Yeah, but then it's also that other side where the more available he becomes, the less people might tune in because he's going to be there, 3 times a week.
His more often was like I should not stream for 3 weeks more often.
That makes sense. Yeah, because everybody's popping up like, hey.
Yeah, like
no, yeah,
it was a really good stream because it was.
Yeah, that's also the struggle that I run into that we've talked about many, many times is that I stream a lot. And even the lesser amount that I do stream is still a lot.
Yep.
And I don't repurpose a lot of the content, which I know what to do. But anyway, that's not the topic we're talking about. But yeah, I'm curious to know what everybody else thinks too. Any input's good input. So let me know.
Except for you, Xbox.
True.
I want your input.
True.
My 2 cents on it is like this is the same thing I've talked about with being a game designer as well, and like I will probably only do my PR stuff through YouTube channels rather than Twitch
live streams. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's all I've got for you guys.
So that has been episode 9. We're on 9 episodes in. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that means next time, 2 weeks from now, we'll be in the double digits, baby.
Did you think we'd make it?
Oh, it wasn't a matter of thinking. I knew we would push through.
Yeah, so 10 episodes and then we're out, guys.
But yeah, that's it. I was gonna say it's a matter of us continuing it, which I'm enjoying it.
As I was just watching one podcast I like, and they just got to their 300th episode. I was like, holy Jesus, that's a lot.
Do they do it every week?
Almost. I think they take some weeks off around the Christmas break and stuff like that, but
okay.
Unless extenuating circumstances or like when they're like, no, we don't have the time right now, like it's holidays or whatever, like yeah, it's every week.
That makes sense. For us to get to 300 every other week, it'd take a long time.
It would, but if you review the show, if you tell your friends about it, if you leave post-it notes at your workplace with the name of our podcast and where to find it, we might go weekly.
Yeah, we would love to.
It'd be great.
So,
get a producer and they could do the YouTube part for me.
Yes, that's what we really need. We need someone to take over the post-production.
I've realized my life is getting too busy. I'm like, I can see why some people have like an assistant to handle their emails, because I'm like, I don't need to answer every email. I just need to know the ones that are important enough that I do need to give a shit about, because I've got 5 email addresses I have to check each day.
Good
the
Lord.
Different things I run, and I'm just like, oh, my life.
I've got 4 or 5, but I only use 2 of them.
Mine have to be pretty active because I'm actually performing a role at different companies for each of these.
Oh yeah, see, you're a madman. But
it's crazy.
That's the nature of the beast, unfortunately. You do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Those reviews, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, Podcast, everything. You need to do it so we can make good answers to your questions.
Yes, give us more content. You know, we like looking at comments. We like diving a little deeper into them, and we're just interested to know what you all think. So do that. Leave us a review. Comment on our stuff.
Speaking of our number 1 commenter, Chels, they complained on your stream about which way we said it, and I don't know which way is the wrong way now.
Chels with a Z is not the right way. It's Chels.
Chels, okay.
Yeah, she was getting pretty adamant about that.
Okay, well, now we know, so I can say it wrong on purpose.
That's right. Sorry.
Like, saying it wrong accidentally is not acceptable, but wrong on purpose is okay.
Yep, you're going to have to live with it.
Oh, yeah. Until next fortnight, everybody, on our 10th episode, we shall see you later.
Yes, take care.
See ya.